All right, let's get to it.
Okay, so next step of the Hobby Box project. We're going to glue this thing up. Now, we just came from the edge sander and we've taken care of all of the little tab remnants that were left on there. And we've got 6 pieces in total, 2 of each type. And we're going to start gluing this thing up. Now, this is important to note, you guys. Some of you will have little bits of fuzz and some rough edges and stuff on here where the joinery was cut on the CNC. Don't worry about that. It's going to go together just fine. The worst thing you can do is take sandpaper and try to sand all these little things because, again, you're going to end up making rounded corners and stuff in there. And when it goes together, it's not going to be sharp and crisp. So don't do that. Just leave it as is. What we can do, though, is we can make sure that the nicest face, you can decide which face is the nicest and have your nicest face on the outside. So we can build it with that orientation in mind. When we glue this together, both halves are going to get glue. So this is going to be my one long edge. I'm going to actually apply glue on all of the inside pieces of both mating surfaces, okay, so that the joint slides together wet. It goes together much more easily that way. These joints fit tight, okay? They're very precisely machined. They fit tight. There's not going to be a lot of glue left in the joint. That means that the glue is going to dry really fast. We don't have a lot of time to work. The good news is for this project is they fit so tight we don't need clamps. So we're going to glue this thing together, tap it with a mallet so that the joint ends up coming together really nice and tight all the way up to the bottom of the joint. And that's it. We're going to double check it with a square and move on to the next piece. All right, so here we go. Technique-wise, I just put a little drop like that on the inside, and then I just take my finger and give it a little wipe up the other ones, and that allows me to work fairly quickly. Okay, so we're just going to double check all of our corners to make sure that there's no gaps. And that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. So guys, this glue is almost dry already. So you could actually start sanding probably in about 15 minutes after you do this step. This will take you probably a good chunk of the class, or half the class. So that's it. Satisfying when everything goes together like just perfectly, doesn't it? Okay, that's it. That's gluing the box up.